We're not tourists, we live here. We're back at Studio Bloc Mannheim today, after yesterday's rest day. I still had a decent amount of boulders left in the gym that I haven't tried, so me and Maddie thought it was worth another trip. And holy cow, I did not realize the last time we were here, just because it was a little cooler, that this gym does not have air conditioning. And today it was like 34, 35 degrees outside. But this gym is kind of it's in like this big warehouse, obviously, but the way that the ceiling is, it's like glass. It basically like microwaves you. It's like holding like a magnifying glass to an ant on the sidewalk or something. It's like we're literally you're climbing in a microwave. It was probably up to 37, 38 degrees in this gym while we were trying to climb. It was the hottest session I've had in my life. It was crazy. And what was happening was these holds in the gym were like just getting baked in this oven. And so you go and you touch these holds and they're burning hot. And I've never really experienced that in a climbing gym before. And finish with the other 7.
Oh, the one. Yeah.
My skin was pretty pink after the last session. It healed a bit yesterday, but like with the rest day, but it was still pretty pink, and I had a feeling that I wasn't actually going to be able to do both hour-long sessions just because of my skin. And so warming up and touching these burning hot holds with pink tips was terrible, and it was still happening with the harder climbs as well. But this first session here, I had like a decent amount of skin. I thought that I would at least be able to do the first session. So I started with that yellow 6 on their comp wall to kind of finish my warm-up. I actually tried that the last session we were at Mannheim. I gave it a few tries at the end of my warm-up, and I actually really struggled with it. It took me like 5 or 6 tries to do it. It was right before I started my session though, so I hadn't started filming. So I wanted to do it a bit better today. And I guess something I should mention, so when we do like an hour-long session of bouldering or any sort of session where I have like a time limit on it, I will warm up and then I start the timer. So like our hour session of bouldering today, like this session right now, this is after I've been warming up for like 15-20 minutes, like 15-20 minutes of starting on easy boulders and then working my way up to just below around my on-site level. Like maybe I fall once or twice at the end of my warm-up, and then I'll start filming after that, and then I start the timer. But yeah, here we're trying a 7. There were probably like 3 or 4 7s left in the gym that I hadn't tried. I avoided a lot of holds with like small holds or like finger-based boulders the last session we were here, because my fingers were definitely still feeling a little bit weak, and I didn't want to grab anything too hard and injure myself. So yeah, today I can try a lot of the 7s that I had to avoid the first day. So we had this cool technical boulder on the arete there with some small holds and some cool moves. And then this is their outdoor wall. This is the Mannheim location again. And so this outdoor wall is actually pretty new. Obviously me and Maddie were gone for a couple months, and we had visited this gym right before we left, and this wasn't here. So this is a brand new wall. We were talking to some of the setters actually today, and they said that they're running low on holds at this gym, so they weren't super happy with like their first couple sets of this outdoor wall or something, because they're low on holds. And I don't doubt it. Like between both of the Studio Bloc locations, there's so much wall space to cover, and they have a lot of holds to go around, or they'll need a lot of holds to go around. And so here we're trying the 7. It's a 7 tag out on the outdoor wall. You can see it looks like a triple clutch dyno, which I tried once, and I immediately said, this is impossible, I can't do it. It was a really weird, since the volume's kind of sticking out from the wall, you would have to pull yourself inwards to get to this final hold, which is probably possible, but my skin was pink and I wasn't feeling super great this session, and I said there's no way I'm going to be able to grab these paddle holds hard enough to be able to do the jump. So I was trying to like break it, do it statically, but I didn't have the skin or the amount of try hard to like give that paddle like proper tries. So I did try and cheat it. After giving up on that boulder, we went back inside for like the last 15 minutes of the session. Here we're trying this 7 slab. Had a couple crimps on it, so I avoided it on the first day. But holy cow, man, like this session made me realize just how lucky we are to have air conditioning at the Darmstadt location, which is basically our home gym. That's where we spend most of our time. Like I'm just a person who gets overheated, like naturally just gets overheated a lot, and like even in the wintertime in Canada, I'll just get overheated with the gym, like with the heating system on. And so this was a real struggle for me today. And like when me and Maddie spent some time last summer in Europe, this was kind of happening to me as well, but like not quite to this degree, where I was just really struggling with the heat. Like a lot of the gyms in Europe actually don't have air conditioning. A lot of them have like outdoor walls, and they'll open their garage and get like air circulation, but it's like always a treat when a gym has air conditioning. So thank goodness for the Darmstadt location having it. It's funny, like me and Maddie were actually like thinking about moving to Innsbruck like at the end of last year when we were wanting to move to Europe. Innsbruck was kind of our first decision because Maddie was still trying to train for like combined, and obviously they have really great lead here, or really great lead in Innsbruck. But then she changed her mind about that and decided to kind of focus on bouldering for now. And I think that if we moved to Innsbruck, I don't know what we would have done. Like the gym there, KI, they have a shirts on policy, and like I remember a few of the sessions that we had there last summer, I could not even climb. Like even in the tank top, it was brutal. Like I have a problem. I just get too warm. And so like thankfully here at Studio Bloc they allow for the shirts off, which is a lifesaver. But yeah, this is the end of our session 1, and I was running low on skin, and I was still super tired from like starting climbing again, so I was a little bit skeptical about how the second session will go. So we're back for the second session, and as you can see there, it was so hot that Maddie and I decided to treat ourselves and go get some ice cream. Mannheim is known for one of their inventions is called spaghetti ice. So they have like this ice cream that's kind of put through like the strainer to make it look like spaghettified, and so we went and gave that a try. It was really good. That was kind of like my post-workout, which was maybe a little bit questionable, but it was amazing on the hot day. And so yeah, we're back for the second session. Skin was really pink, and it was even hotter. And what you're seeing now is the slopers burning my hands to a crisp. It was like those holds were like so warm, and it was so painful with the pink tips. And that was kind of the theme with every hold in the gym. You can see like, so I tried, like I warmed up, and I was gonna give like the second session a try, obviously, but like I was skeptical that it was gonna go at all. So after that first attempt, like I gave that weight a couple tries, and then I kind of messed around on some other stuff, like tried to make up some slabs with kind of no hands and like just in the feet, but the heat was just too much for me. I was so exhausted, and like everything was painful. But yeah, I just kind of warmed up, gave a couple half-assed tries on some moderate boulders, messed around for a bit. So you can see I didn't actually end up counting that as a session. I just said, yeah, the morning session was the day of training for me. So yeah, I'll save my energy for tomorrow. We're gonna go to the air conditioned Studio Bloc Darmstadt for our last session of like this kind of bouldering introduction week. And then we'll get back to training hard, and I'll really start to try some like super hard boulders and start like just getting to that feeling of trying boulders that are at my maximum level. And we'll be spending a lot of time at Boulder on their spray wall, and that's where we'll be doing that.
That's what happened.